Welcome to Songs of Solidarity for Warehouse Workers. We're so happy to have you here tonight. We're going to have a great time. We have a lot of great acts who are coming up next. Originally, this concert, this series of events was all going to be in person. COVID-19 obviously changed that. When that happened, we had a conversation. Should we do Earth Day to May Day? Should we try to do anything? And we talked and we reflected, and we said this fight for economic, immigrant, community, and environmental justice rights is more important than ever. And whether we have to do this virtually or not, we're going to still continue forward. And the reason is because warehouse workers, essential workers, are making sure that we have food on the table and the supplies we need to survive. But they're oppressed. Before COVID-19, they were oppressed. Look at Amazon. At one of the warehouses in Moni, Illinois, 11 out of 100 workers get hurt. Other workers are facing discrimination. Other workers, low pay, are working permanently through a staffing agency. But now we need them. Now they're making sure we survive. Now when other workers are being laid off, companies like Amazon and Walmart are hiring more than ever. And this underscores just how important they've always been to our economy. So we need your help. We need you to help defend them. We need to make sure that after we get on the other side of this, that they have the pay and respect and dignity and support that they deserve. That's the least that they deserve after this crisis. But we also have to do our part to make sure that we're connecting to stave off environmental disaster. And that was the original point of this whole series of events. Last year, the global student climate strikes were one of the largest protests in human history. We were expecting this 50th anniversary of Earth Day to be much, much larger, to be the largest protest. This was a fight for economic rights and immigrant justice, but also fighting for our youth and the future of humanity. We can't lose sight of that cause. And the students need us. The youth need us. They need the labor movement. And we must stand in solidarity for them. And we must change our economy. But we need to make sure that groups like warehouse workers and unions like the United Electrical Workers are going to have a say on what the transition to renewable economy looks like. I believe we can make a massive, massive change during this time. But we're going to have to struggle, and we're going to have to stick together, and we're going to have to unite. So enjoy the show. We're so happy to be here. Make a donation to Warehouse Workers for Justice. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter, www4j.org. Follow all the great artists. Make a donation to them too. We need our culture as well. We're going to have to fight. We're going to have to struggle. We're going to have a good time, and we're going to need some good culture too to get through this. So let's appreciate our cultural workers, make sure they're supported, and let's uplift people like the Hideout, small businesses. We gave $1 billion away to Sterling Bay right next door. Let's rescind that deal. Let's make sure that we have our great venues around, like the Hideout. They need our support too. So whatever you donate, whatever you can do, it's going to support the artists, it's going to support the Hideout and the warehouse workers. So make a donation. Check out the rest of the Earth Day to May Day events and have a great time. Thank you for joining us.
believe in the mission. You've been impressed with oppression, but no, you're not a victim. Blessings are stressful when you feeling special, you also feel guilty. Like you don't deserve it, I know that you heard it, you know that it's silly. You know that it's silly, you breaking my balls. Thinking about how we came up, building off of what they stuff. Finding some toys in the trash, we had that limited cash. Someone was moving so fast, someone was whipping our ass. Someone was whipping our, ayy. Believe in the children, unlimited wisdom will come from these kids, man, if you would just listen. I'm taking advantage of all of the damage and I'm feeling winded. But that's none of your business. But that's none of your business. No, that's none of your. Believe that I'm pissed. Memory lane is scenic, but no, it's not all bliss, yeah. You making assumptions about me, but honestly, who is you? Honestly, what it do? Honestly, I got the moves. Honestly, I cannot lose, no. Believe in my spirit. Never an overachiever, never devoted believer. Always a little too eager, always to give you some love. If you down to give it back, inhale my past like a drug. Oh no, look at that.
I believe you, I can see you, I can see you tough trying. I can see through never equal, never weak, but I'm nine. 70-30, I'm blind. 70-30. Jack a nigga for his wig, that's a triangle. Jack a nigga for his chick might be my angle. Smack mans if he slip, I'll be your angel, and then I'll disappear.
My name is Kahiem Rivera, I'm from Brooklyn. Recording a live set from quarantine has its technical challenges, but we're gonna make it work. Yeah. Stirring the pot, little request, I'm not asking a lot. I know it's hot like the block in July when the cops wonder why you got shot. Home is my blood, home is a drug, home is the chain on my neck, I'm in love. Home is a leash, home is my peace, home is the wish if they broke on the street. Sheesh. Sitting in the backseat of a taxi, feeling ashy and classy at the same time. Been a bad week cause of bad police, blood on the leaves in the sunshine. I got a friend and he think I'm a buzzkill, I think he a dickhead and I tell him what's real. I make him dance and depressed at the same time. You think I'm a nihilist, I think that I'm just fine. There's another louse, so fresh, so clean, hit him with the flouse. You don't wanna cross, you don't wanna flex. Brag rap sounding like you got a bounce check. Then a shaky leg, time to go to bed. Need to be alone, you need a little rest. Think for a while, go and reflect. Think a little longer, it will seem that I'm the best. Yes, don't speak on the phone, don't tweet, don't leave. Don't tell nobody about the things you see. Don't preach, fall back, fall in the in-between. Don't leave, motherfucker, don't leave. Sing blues to him, hurting they, I'm oh so okay. I won't go away, I won't stop and say thanks to you for some bullshit. Load another round, I'ma hit him with the full clip. Yeah. Stirring the pot. Stir it up, stir it up, stir it up. Stirring up, stir it up, stirring up. Stir it up, stir it up, stir it up. Wait, said it don't get hotter than this. Broke dick, motherfucker, got a bottle to fix. Get your legs in the six, I am mixed with fresh kicks and shit. Got these singers all happy flicks, bitch. Hey. Okay, we moving now. Yeah. I get those goosebumps every time you get on my mind. You are so divine, you know where to find truth, and I am blind to these silly lies. You know about my rules, you know how I do. You know I'm holding it down when you enter my crib and you licking your lips and you looking like this and I'm looking like shit and you looking like boy, just give me that. Hey. And I move so swift, so sick, even though I'm shit, gotta find a, hey. I ain't even put it in, got my head up into your legs, that you saying, hey.
Don't get involved, don't get involved, don't get involved, don't don't, hey.
Living inside all day, last night we were sipping bottles. Snowing outside, so you know we can't die till at least tomorrow, yeah. Long beat, but then there's something so sweet, I tell you, yeah. Creep deep, too hot, we were taking off the sheets, I tell you, like, wait, I know how you living when you all alone, right? I know cause you tell me when we on the phone, right? And I know I do it loud enough and too. And I know these booty calls ain't supposed to end up true now.
Don't get involved, don't get involved. Don't get involved, don't get involved. Don't get involved, don't get involved. Don't get involved, don't. Don't.
We find each other in this road. We like to run like it's over, but when we know we see the cuts, and it's a wonder that we sober, reminiscing like we older when we kissing. If you go to when I listen, I control the vice versa. Pulling back the curtain, children looking perfect, grown up looks uncertain. Pain is like a burden, but pain don't write these raps. Like pain has got me making love to you on the track like that. I get those goosebumps every time you get on my mind. You are so divine. You know where to find truth, and I am blind to these silly lies. You know about my rules. You know how I do. You know I'm. Shouts to my roommate Kyle for letting me do this. He's got a live set to record. It's a music house. Found a genie in a bottle of whiskey. First wish, get my old friends to try and forgive me. Second wish, get money just enough to survive. Third wish, give me wings, let me get to the sky. Stick shift, heady vibes, I don't know how to drive. T-Swift got these niggas straight, losing their minds. Legends, fixated on decay. Wanted Jesus and Michael, but ended up with Ye. Get away, false idols crumble like old clay. Titles ain't vital, but the violet's on its way. The things that go viral are usually fucking stupid. I think that I spiraled into a victim of amusement. Ay, leaves darker while you falling from grace. Watch these leaves spark like it's all been a waste. You got the sweetest part, but you waiting to play. You got a bleeding heart, but you ain't here to stay. Wait. Maybe we grow someday. Maybe we grow someday. Yeah. Maybe we grow someday. Maybe we grow someday. Wait. Liar, 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 pants with the flames. Everybody tired, man, everybody lame. Put me on the bill, better learn to spell my name. Bum ass rappers, no, we are not the same. Take it back, no, simple fact. Let me take a good look at that. Let me throw the old book at that. Let me get the whole hood at that. Let me get my hoodie back. I'm attacking like I'm a rapper, cause I am really good at that. Bring it back, bring it up like an old grudge. I'm not the plug, but overdubbed and overloved and underslept and underwept and swept up in somebody business. Trying to leave, but nobody listen. Trying to breathe, but too busy kissing the old friends in a new kitchen. Body glisten, that's a bad apple. But I've been wishing for that bad apple. Stream my conscience, I'm a hypocrite, but I rolled the blunt and sure enough, she hit that shit, yeah. Oh shit.
Hesitating moments, choking on a concept. Be making offers, but it sounded like a bomb threat. Got my stomach doing flips like it's showtime. Oh my fuck shit, so she said, boy bye, boy bye, boy bye,
Boy, bye. Boy. Bye. Again, my name is Kahiem Rivera. This is for Warehouse Workers for Justice. This is a crazy time to be alive. Thank you. Summertime on my tongue, shorty got me sprung. Nowadays we flex just by twiddling our thumbs. I've been on the run, yeah, I've been on the move. I've been making rules just to break them, I'm confused. I forgot how to do this, I forgot what the truth is. I've been out the city, I've been fucking with a version of me so ruthless. Existential rap useless, exit strategy brutish. I will fall in love if you say the right thing and I'll be so foolish. Holding on to my age like it's keeping me in my place. Got a lot of things on my plate, got a lot of paper to chase. I'ma hold it down for my race, I'ma hold it down for my moms. Gotta read the lines of my palms, gotta write like I've been okay. I've been on the block half a dime, half the time, blowing cash, growing fast, going mad, breaking hearts, broke my heart out for ass. Big surprise, bigger thighs, throw it back, break my back, make it last, happen fast. Sunrise with 30 glass, you gon' give me you and I'ma give them raps. Give a shit if you don't catch my flow. I'm not compromising, I'm not compromising. I don't give a shit about the radio. I'm not compromising, I'm not compromising. I don't give a shit if you don't catch my flow. I'm not compromising, I'm not compromising. I don't give a shit about the radio. I'm not compromising, I'm not. That make it simple, keep it bonafide, nigga flow. Just that I'm a mess and spend 100 at the liquor store. Just that sneak away and watch the show from backstage. Just that slap a nigga who don't like to act his age. I ain't rage against another since I was a college student. I was stupid, I could move mountains on Facebook, but only about 27 likes to prove it. And now I got 20 something laps around the sun, packing bullets back into my gun, shooting at the sky, riding to the night, posted at the bar, trying to pick a fight. This that keep it heavy, killer mood. I'm on some other shit. This that bring it tote and fuck your plastic, I don't want none of it. This that kick these problematic niggas out the club shit. This that fuck your ego and give all your homies hugs. I've been on the road, cruise control, gotta work on the boost control. Stupid though, so you know, can't sleep solo, no, so it goes. I'm broken, older than I thought I'd be. When I found the scene that I was bound to see, I might take my past and it out to sea. Niggas rap too fast, but I found the beat like catch my flow. I'm not compromising, I don't give a shit about the radio. I'm not compromising, I'm not compromising. I don't give a shit if you don't catch my flow. I'm not compromising, I'm not compromising. I don't give a shit about the radio. Compromising, I'm not. Thank you. Here's my last and final song. It's called Bummer Boy. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Yourself out here. Right when the sun come, beat down, lip rubber pom pom. Rolling the heat, I'm known in the streets as a good woman's dumb son. Tell them where you come from, tell them what you run from. Tell them that you speak for the souls of the freaks and the young ragamuffins. Swagger on all you day, no frills to my girl, then I'm on the way. Then I rap about pills and that's all they say. Cheap bills, get them bills and they gone away. Ay, blessed be the niggas who don't eat right. Stomach aching from the dick, I don't sleep right. Double down at the dick, it make me sleep tight. Turn around, watch me get up on the beat, nice. Yeah, now that's a neat vice. I moved around and been had 3 times. 4 years and push through with the grown-up kids. Got a motherfucker thinking I don't know how to live. The usual be toasted but to break with the mold. Be to move away from all this fake. But the truth is I hate the space, but I'm a mistake cause I'm afraid of my straight. Not a damn thing I changed, no. Older now, make a little more pesos. But I keep it a secret, I should've bankrolled. Got no allegiance to Jesus, superstitious beatings. But I'm dreaming, I'm seeing what I believe in. I got a demon brain and an angel face. Should've made you fall in love before I break away. And I'ma stay the same up to a point I'm growing, showing signs of the broken edges of choice. pop a nigga on his head, tell him I ain't got no time for this. I am fed up with these half-brain kitty politics. Tryna get my bread up, but you know me, I gotta get my fix. See time spent up, now I'm blessed up, no I get my kicks, ayy. Lil' Bummer, got your boy in the summer. Humidity is killing me, hard to make it a come up, it's hard to make it a jam. My friends just wanna turn out, is he really my man? Cause fam, I'm tryna bump out, I'm playing this case when I wanna get hit. Laugh it out, better do it, but I talk shit and that's it. But these heavy day verses are whack, I am HO, so you know I had to bring it on back. Intimate flow, infinite no, definitive those from alone when I'm feeling exposed, ready to go, and then I hope it been hard to sensitive to me. Why even bother? These gummies have got me eating apart. Let's think about my father who said I'm getting me. I'm smart, have seen him in 20 years, but oddly I'm not bitter. More like apathetic, confused. What do I give? What do I own? Why should I listen? Okay, I'm bitter, nigga. Pop a nigga on his head and tell him I ain't got no time for this. I am fed up with these half-brain kitty politics. Trying to get my bread up, but you know me, I gotta get my fix. See time spent up, now I'm blessed up, now I get my kicks, yeah. Red when the sun come, bleed down and rubber pump pump. Rolling in the daylight, blowing in the streets is a good woman's dumb son. Tell them where you come from, yeah. Tell them what you run from, tell them that you speak for the souls of the freaks and the young ragamuffins, Thank you. And that's it. Thanks Al for having me. Hi out Chicago. Thanks for Sima for reaching out. I'm honored to be a part of this. Stay safe, stay sane, stay clean. I love you.
Hi everyone, I'm Carl Rosen. I'm president of the United Electrical Radio and Machine Workers of America, UE. I'm very happy to be here with you for Songs of Support for Warehouse Workers. Fortunately for you, I'm not here to sing. What I am here, though, is to talk about the life and death struggle facing so many workers today and the important work that Warehouse Workers for Justice are doing in support of that fight. There are too many bosses and right-wing leaders out there right now who want to have a return to business as usual, putting workers' lives at risk. There is no business as usual during a pandemic. What they really want is a return to profits as usual. And that's why it's so important that workers get together and fight to protect themselves, protect their families, protect their communities. That fight is about making sure that those workers who are truly critical to sustaining human life have all of the support that they need, all of the personal protection, all of the restructuring of their workplaces, everything that's needed to maximize their safety. It's why workers who are in other jobs that aren't critical to sustaining life need to be fighting to get their workplaces shut down. And then all of us are fighting together to make sure anybody who can't work right now gets everything they need to sustain themselves economically, that we've got robust financial support coming from the federal government. And so these are the big fights of our lives that we're all engaged in right now and that we need to continue doing it at this point. And then as we begin to come out of this pandemic situation, we're going to have a huge fight around what kind of economy we're going to have on the other side. And what we need is a really strong approach towards a Green New Deal where we're making sure everybody has a good job with good benefits, union rights, etc., and that these are jobs creating the future that we need as a planet, as a people, that make sure that we are doing things that are sustainable and no longer destroying this environment that we all have to live in. And all of these are important fights together. You know, greenhouse gases know no borders, and COVID-19 knows no borders. What this pandemic has shown us is how important it is that people work together across the whole world for the betterment of all people. And workers really need to unite across all of those borders. So Warehouse Workers for Justice actually plays a very key role in that. They are a key link, warehouse workers are, in the logistics industry that absolutely connects people from one continent to another continent and throughout the country. Warehouse Workers for Justice is right in that nexus, but they're also taking on an industry that was set up by the bosses to try to make sure there weren't unions, to try to make sure workers can't have protections. That's why workers are being abused so much in the warehouses during this pandemic. Warehouse Workers for Justice is the organization that is built to take that on, and that's why I'm so glad to see that they're here in the middle of the fight. So keep fighting, keep strong, solidarity forever.
Hello, friends and family, lovers and enemies. My name is Lyn Rye, and I'm going to be sharing a few songs with you. This first one is called 4 Ways to Forgiveness. Behind this wheel. I have such good words, such metaphors to paint you, my dear. But now's no time for poetry. Let the silence ring in your ears. I could write down a letter, all the ways you bruised my mind, but not the part where I'm leaving. That's your loss, friend, it's not mine. There are 4 ways to forgiveness, honey, but each one of them begins with me behind this wheel. With me behind this wheel. Thank you very much. This next song is called Plum Wine in the Night. Secrets spilled, wine stains on sheets, but only on her side of the bed. She doesn't see. I still fold my blankets like a guest. Round me to the nearest integer. I never ask for change. Now you cannot make sense of me. Really, who's to blame? She tastes like plum wine in the night. Warmth in her veins, I cannot drink. Light on pillows, sober waking eyes, all confidences lie shorted. Still can't shrift the stranger out of me. Round me to the nearest integer. I never ask for change. Now you cannot make sense of me. Really, who's to blame? Thank you very much. I have one more song for you. It's called Three Birds in the Snow, and it's a very personal meditation on a very deeply held belief of mine that no one is disposable. There are so many systems in this world, people in this world, corporations in this world that treat us as disposable, whether that be through working conditions, capitalism itself, the state. There are so many forces in this world who wish people disappeared, who wish people disposed, and who wish people discounted. And I don't believe that anyone is disposable. And that's part of why I really support the work that Warehouse Workers for Justice is doing in Chicago, and then the coalition of all worker solidarity across the world. So thank you so much for joining tonight. Thank you for lending your support to workers here in Chicago and everywhere. And I hope that we can work together to continue to build a world where no one is disposable. This is Three Birds in the Snow. Two branches reach towards the light and gradually grow apart, but both cling dearly do believe that we need each other more than we'll ever know. So thank you for having me. Please enjoy the rest of the music and the rest of your night. Please continue to support Warehouse Workers for Justice and all the other folks who are on the front lines of so many of the social fault lines, political fault lines, economic fault lines that are being exposed these days. We really need to have each other's backs. Again, my name is Lyn Rye, and thanks for having me. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care.
Hello, my name is Bobby Frierson. I'm an organizer with the Warehouse Workers for Justice. I got involved with the Warehouse Workers for Justice organizing in my workplace. Things weren't great there. They were really bad. One day I came outside, I seen the organizer from the Warehouse Workers for Justice, and he just educated me on the way things can be and my rights as a worker that I had around the workplace. He showed us how to organize. So what we did was we signed a shop up on cards. We had 90% of the shop signed up on cards, and 2 days before the election I was fired. Well, they took my case to court, and a 10-J injunction was issued where the company had to recognize the union and bring me back with that retaliation. I ultimately ended up moving on to canvassing. I went and canvassed for the Fight for 15. It was great, and I did a little organizing with the Fight for 15. I ultimately came back to the Warehouse Workers for Justice because, that's where my heart was at. I was able to help warehouse workers just like me, just like the warehouse worker that I was. I'm able to educate workers and teach them and show them that they can fight. When I worked in a factory, I seen all type of things that I just didn't approve of. I watched guys sit back and watch women work in the water area and would sit back with scorecards and rate them. And I thought, like how could people even work in these conditions? Like, why should a woman have to work in these conditions? I witnessed the night shift supervisor DNR temps that wouldn't have sex with him. And I told that man that was the closest thing to rape that I've ever seen in my life, and that I had no respect for him as a person. That's why I'm here. Now I'm able to educate warehouse workers, to show them that they don't have to go through these things, that they can fight, that the laws will help them, and there are groups that help them, They say the warehouse worker is essential, but I just don't get it. I understand the work may be essential, but the pay is minimal and the healthcare is non-existent. So I'm starting to wonder, are warehouse workers essential workers or essential sacrifices?
Hola, mi nombre es María Ortiz, vivo en Diqueo, Illinois. Tengo una semana sin trabajo porque el dueño de la compañía de Cushioner me dio un papel donde se me decía que se me iba a bajar mi sueldo. Se me hizo injusto y no firmé. Yo trabajé para esta compañía por 17 años. Me esforcé para ser una buena trabajadora y lo logré porque sé diferentes áreas de trabajo. Para que ahora me salga con estas cosas se me hace injusto. Yo sé que estamos pasando momentos muy difíciles por esto del COVID-19, pero eso no me impide a defender mi derecho como trabajadora. Pienso que al contrario, deberían de darnos más apoyo para sobrevivir esta epidemia tan difícil. Yo lo único que les digo a todos los que están pasando por momentos similares como el mío, sí se puede combatir esta enfermedad y el hambre. Para adelante, mi gente. Y hay algo divino que nos acompaña y saldremos triunfantes.
Hello, my name is Paulo Sartori, Brazilian musician, and I'm here to show support for the warehouse workers in the United States, as well as everywhere else around the world. It's important for me to let you know that your work is deeply appreciated and that you are not alone through these hard times. Sending much love from Brazil. I'm going to play a song co-written with my good friend Courtney Hartman. It is called Even. I hope you like it, and love to you all.
my mind. I am falling even as the road reaches for the sky, even in this hour I feel such a fright. I am floating I'll
Stay strong and healthy. Know that you are not alone. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kahiem Pills. Right now I work for WWJ. I got introduced to WWJ around 2 years ago when I was working for Amazon. I met one of their leads, which is Bobby. I'm pretty sure you guys know him. But I met him while on my way to work. And he was just telling me, the reason why they were there canvassing. And it kind of resonated with him because, oh wow, I used to work for this company called Greenpeace, which is an environmental group. And I stopped working for them, and I kind of felt like, I needed to do something else since I wasn't working for them anymore. And then that's when Bobby came up and I seen him, so it was kind of like right place, right time kind of moment. Ever since then, we've been, been together, handle different projects, with WWJ. One of the main reasons why, stopped working for Amazon was because of three reasons. There was one reason because I assumed, and from my point of view, I felt as though they looked at us as numbers instead of human beings, right? You treat employees right, you get better work. Numbers are up when you treat people like how they should be treated. Secondly, the work environment was horrible, in my opinion, but I'm no professional. I don't think the building that we worked in was up to code. And thirdly, the vehicles that we drove, with the world that we stay in today and the amount of transmission that each car or company transmit into the atmosphere, with Amazon being this corporation, this what some people might refer to as, Walmart or steroids, they can definitely afford to help combat the issue with, polluting the air. So those are the three reasons why, I didn't like why I stopped working for them. All right, you both, all you whoever's listening to this video, all you guys have a fantastic day.
Hola, mi nombre es Carolina Román. Soy una trabajadora de una bodega en Alsip, Illinois. No tan solo soy una trabajadora de bodega, sino también soy madre soltera de 3 hijos. Con lo que pagan, me es muy difícil salir con los gastos de la casa adelante. Ahora, con el problema del coronavirus, nos han cortado horas. Y cada día se va haciendo más difícil el poder salir adelante. Y sigo trabajando porque no me queda otra opción. Tenemos que salir adelante con todo este problema que está pasando en todo el mundo.
Chicago, what's good? What's the demo? Quick message. Love, support, prayers are going out to the warehouse workers and the working class community of America. So in this time, we need to unite, stand together, protest, everything we can to help support this cause and just help support all causes that are in favor of making society work for all of our benefits, work in all of our favor. So I am a working class citizen, so I do empathize, I do relate to what's happening right now. I do have a voice, but I also want to be there to help. I know I have a role to play, and I've been doing a lot of research since I've been inspired since being asked to be a part of this. So it was really easy for me to figure out my role and what I can do and what needs to be done, and just brought awareness to a situation that I really didn't know much about, honestly. But I'm always down to help out the community, help out my people, all people, shape, size, color. So here's a song I wrote called Butterfly. It's on my album, which is about the hardships of living life like this, and societies like this, with a government like this. All right, let's do it. Now I see it's every man for theyself. I ain't weak, I'm strong, cause I'm asking for help. I should slap myself, you spend how much on the belt? I mind my business, so I'm moving with stealth. You try and buy a watch, I'm trying to watch my health. I ain't trying to sign and end up getting shelved. I made it this far just by being myself. I got PTSD, I don't need none of y'all help. I idolize you for what you do and I was wrong. I should idolize you for who you are and will become. Always been an outcast. Who are you to judge me? In the stew all day, I say life is lovely. Trust me. I meditate, self-reflect. Being there for a stranger, really shit I seen yet. Pay the cost to be the boss, really shit I heard yet. I'm a trendsetter, we can die together. Live fast, die young, doing drugs in Hollywood. I be acting too humble when I know I probably should. It's more losers than it's winners. How you broke but not a sinner. I grew up with grave, bullets for you brave. Life you trying to break, seeing life through a negative lens. I'm just lucky I ain't up in the pen. You ain't earned this shit, you just paid your way in. Now let the journey begin. Peace, y'all.
Hello, my name is Espy. I'm a fellow with the Sunrise Chicago Hub, and I am touching base because it's the 50th anniversary of Earth Day. And yeah, I am feeling pretty elated about the Green New Deal being a tool that we can use for a livable and sustainable future. I first joined Sunrise in January of 2019, and it's my first time with electoral politics. It's been an incredible learning curve of just figuring out how to create systematic change. I am used to taking individual action with friends and family, and while that's super valuable, it's great to have an infrastructure in place that I can support and go all hands on deck for in the hopes of creating a just and equitable transition to renewable energy, which is what the Green New Deal is. I, for a long time, taught sustainability lessons to 4 to 10-year-olds in Nashville and Chicago. And it's clear that the younger generations are pushing for these equitable transitions. It makes no sense to them why we're even using fossil fuels. We are in a time where we can really use this pandemic as a weapon and showing how broken our systems currently are. We should have systems in place where everyone who needs to go to the hospital can go to the hospital to get tested for COVID-19 or the flu, or if they have a broken bone. Everyone should be able to go to the hospital if they need to. Everyone should be able to see a doctor if they need to. We are at a point where fossil fuels are dated and we're in the pockets of people like the Koch brothers. And it's time to make this change. It's not the easy change, but it's a beautiful one and one that we can make, especially if we, as the youth and the working class people, demand. So I heavily encourage you to support the Green New Deal and get involved with Sunrise Chicago and Sunrise National. We are running, as a national unit, this thing called Sunrise School that allows you to plug in and get all of the info that you need to know about the Green New Deal and how it's affecting society in the midst of the pandemic. So I highly encourage you to go to the Sunrise Movement's website and sign up for Sunrise School and get involved, keep organizing digitally. There's a lot of work to be done, and it's our time to rise.
Hi, I'm Sonny Ward, and this is Aaron Davis, and we're playing today in support of the Warehouse Workers for Justice. And the song is called If It Wasn't Broken. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So is the drum that brings me rhythm when I've got none. How would you know you had a heart if it wasn't broken? If it wasn't broken. So you lost your job, so you lost all faith in the one you call God. You came to me for refuge when I've got none. How would you know you had a heart if it wasn't broken? If it wasn't broken. too. You leave them high and dry, and they'll leave you blue. But the love you shared was worth the world and more. That's why you cared. That's what you stayed for. You came to me for refuge, and I've got none. How would you know you had a heart if it wasn't broken? If it wasn't broken, if it wasn't broken, if it wasn't broken.
This song is called Love Became Pain. Wanna play the first note? Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Call me by my name. Won't you treat me just the same as you treat the man upstairs? You claimed you knew love to love became pain, 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 pain. Pain, pain, pain. Come and pick my brain. Dare to patiently obtain. Care to see things as they are. You claimed you knew love to love became pain, 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 pain. Pain, pain, pain. There was a time you were kind and sincere, paid no mind to the hate or the fear. But as you grow certain you know who's above, who's below, who's up here. There was a time you were kind and sincere, paid no mind to the hate or the fear. But as you grow certain you know who's above, who's below, who's up here. Love to love became pain, pain. Love to love became pain, pain. surround us in the rain, in the wind. They know that what we've got was all that mattered in the end. This faith, immortal. This faith, immortal, immortal, immortal. Day after day, year after year, all I can say is I'll always be here. Shadows walk behind us, also hand in hand, and soon we'll walk as stardust, or maybe grains of sand. And this fails, immortal. This fails, immortal, immortal, immortal. This fails, immortal. This fails, immortal, immortal, immortal.
So this is our last song, and it's called Got No Ride. Didn't want the rain till my body was on fire. It was cold here when I came, now I'm burning with desire. You couldn't tell me when I was small, can't tell me now I'm grown. Take any tree, don't care how tall, bring the firewood back home. Bring the firewood back home. I gotta walk 'cause I got no ride. From the ashes I must rise. Tend the flame that burns inside. Turn my pain into my pride. Turn my pain into my pride. Didn't want the air till my lungs were full of smoke. Don't want your thoughts, don't need your prayer. I want action, not just hope. I've been screaming at a wall, I'll make it fall all on my own. Take any trick, don't care how
would back home. Got no ride from the ashes almost rise. Time the flame that burns inside, turn my pain into my pride. I gotta walk 'cause I got no ride from the ashes almost rise. Turn the flame that burns inside, turn my pain into my pride. Turn my pain into my pride. Turn my pain into my pride. Turn my pain into my pride.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Hi, my name is Leah, and I'm a member of the Sunrise Chicago Hub. I'm on the endorsements team, but besides being in the Hub and Sunrise, I'm also an educator. I tutor and mentor fourth graders in West Englewood, and I really got involved in Sunrise because of my students. I wanted to figure out ways to advocate for my students outside of the classroom, and for me, what better way to advocate for my students and the rights that they deserve than giving them a clean planet and ensuring them they have that right. So through the last few months of being involved in Sunrise, I've really seen how education and climate justice are connected. And over the past few weeks, and before COVID-19 shut down the schools, I led a lesson about climate change for my students to sort of like bring together those two dynamics of climate justice and education. And through this process of leading this lesson, we read two articles. One article was about the rising sea levels, and another article was about renewable resources and switching away from fossil fuels. But what was really important about these articles and why I wanted to do it was making sure that my students understood the connection between their lives and climate change. And we were able to do that through these articles. So when reading them about the sea levels rising, for example, we talked about Lake Michigan and it flooding and destroying the lakeshore. Then we also were able to walk up to the top floor of the school where you could see the skyline, but you could also see a wind turbine. And we were able to point at that wind turbine and be like, that is the renewable energy that we need. I remember there was also a time when I was teaching this that one of my students pointed up to the wires that were running into the school for electricity. And I remember them asking, well, where's that coming from? Like, what is that? What kind of energy? Because we're talking about that's how energy comes to places. And I was like, that's probably coming from a coal plant. And I remember the student being really confused by my answer, being like, but that's a fossil fuel. Why aren't we using renewable energy? And I have no answer for that because I just said, I'm confused too. And that's why I'm here today. And that's why I'm telling my story, because I'm going to continue advocating for my students. So that coal plant is not a coal plant anymore, and it's a source of renewable energy. And I want a better future for my students and for all students around the world. And that's why I'm involved in Sunrise, and that's why I called my representatives on Earth Day, and I continue to be in this fight because we deserve better and we deserve a Green New Deal. So thanks for having me, and happy Earth Day.
Hey, it's Mykele Deville, and this track is called Easy.
That's when she calls me.
For hard labor for the victimized. And mind control filling full supply. We wash, rinse, and commodify, repeat until we're out the lives. Replace it with the basic, desensitize in a generation. Subtract the substance, they'll debase themselves for product placement. We'll add a pinch of prone addiction, breed some self-hatred. So when they hook, they start to celebrate just simply for the sake of celebrating. It's easy peasy, perfect equation. A bait and switch, a Trojan horse, filled with fake elation. The left hand controls morale, the right controls the nation. Man, Lady Liberty can scream and I won't hear a thing unless it's packaged like a talent show for silver screens. Material means my only goal is, so they told me, single track for stat, searching for happiness inside the face of a golden rollie. Wait, let's break it down a bit. Frankly, I'm too caught up in it, suffering for that paper trick, busting my ass for what? Couple more drops inside my cup just to fake like I got enough. Playing that competition, bluff with the tables turning. Who am I serving? My own greed can't compete with what's beyond my reach. It lies behind the imagery, masquerading as memories of a time gone by when the country was in its infancy, stuck in the 1950s and promised a picket fence. Homie, fuck that shit. Dissolving the walls of the dome is on my bucket list. I must not quit. Resolving the laws of self to stop this government. My utterance more than enough to prove I'm not some puppet with corrupted fists. Forming a law of history that's poisonous. I'll take the risk. Fly too close to the sun just like I'm Icarus. Magnificent, reserved for the ones who go out and just get that shit. No witnesses. Dodging the master's whips while in the thick of it. Running until I'm stranded. Escaping from being branded. Yo, they take advantage cause it's. They'll hide the damage cause it's. They'll watch you vanish cause it's. Your Lady Liberty can scream and I won't hear a thing. For hard labor for the victimized. And mind control still in full supply. We wash, rinse, and commodify, repeat until we're out of lies. This track is called Try. This world is full of mistakes. How do I get revenge? All my life I did without, and now I seek within. They looking blurry, but my eyes stay focused. I'm in the tub thinking with my palms open, soaking. Rinse the dirt out my hair, rinse off my sins. Reflecting back as black as this water, black as my skin. How can we call it beauty when it's all a lie? I play so much into the masculine, I can't even cry. I think this country really owes me. The ones that truly know me can tell them what my cost is. Boundless just read exhausted at the ATM. I tried my father, but I can't be him. I think we wrestle with legacies never asked for, but can't play the underdog for too long. I'm too grown, I want 2 kids, but can't envision they standard of living. Cause what we gonna give them, what we gonna give them? Nothing's left, I guess we can tell them we was trying our best. And it's okay not to be okay. It's okay not to be okay. Hey, hey, it's okay not to be okay. Just try and you might just, try and you might just. It's okay not to be okay. It's okay not to be okay. Hey, hey, it's okay not to be okay. Just try and you might just, try and you might just flourish. The world's creatively malnourished, and we them ghetto kids peddling bikes through they food deserts while leaving juice cans and rappers behind. Tap at the mind and make them clap while we redefine survival. If you keep it real, I guess you're never going viral. This business ain't no foot race, it's a spiral. Yes, they lied to you, so how we gonna climb our way to the top? I guess success is what you make it. People are all that you got and how you treat them. When can you say enough is enough? Does capitalism calculate for when we smooth out them rough edges, assimilate and try to be what I can't be? I tried on all them clothes, but they ain't me, frankly, God. We act like all the smiling ain't a little odd. Pleasant distractions, we hungry for some satisfaction. The world is burning and it turns on its own. Your heart's not a stone, just sing this when you're feeling alone. Like, it's okay not to be okay. It's okay not to be okay. Hey, hey, it's okay not to be okay. Just try and you might just, try and you might just. It's okay not to be okay. It's okay not to be okay. Hey, hey, it's okay not to be okay. Just try and you might just, try and you might just. This song's called You're Enough. Now, if I could smooth it out one time and kick a message that's been on my mind, is that fine? Yeah! Okay, alright, that's how I spit it. We got a lot of rappers out here stuck on reminiscing, talking about how they used to be hood. Only concerned with the past and how they used to be hood. But what if right now? And who's that person in the mirror? Do you love them unconditionally? What? Let me hear ya. Don't it feel good to wake and rise another day? Fresh routine, another try, beginning to feel like sunlight will always shine in my mind from that God talking dreams that weave reality. One day that I pay my salary, keep brothers hopeful. That's all I was ever taught to be. Figure I just got boastful from bed, laying back from feet to head, spilling my knapsack for parchment, cracking number 2 lids, chasing fickle inspiration. Kind of brother like me from where I'm from, make this my occupation. Modeling lightning, a Pisces massaging they psyches. For what this work, we all stranded on this dull earth. Invent the color unique, we bought some wool, but then we found them receipts. Then we bring it back to basics, meat and potato stasis, embrace originality. That's what I learned from my city, we can all eat. Yo, there's enough, you're enough, there's enough, you're enough, there's enough, you're enough, you're enough, yeah, you're enough, you're enough. No, it's rough, but you must learn to trust. It's a fact, just adjust. You're enough, you're enough, yeah, you're enough, you're enough. No, it's rough, but you must learn to trust. It's a fact, just adjust. You're enough, you're enough. You're enough, you're enough. No, it's rough, but you must learn to trust. It's a fact, just adjust. You're enough, you're enough, yeah. You're enough, you're enough. No, it's rough, but you must learn to trust. It's a fact, just adjust. From poet to prankster, general to gangster, the most soothsayers, max pimps and players, dreadheads and naughty, God-fearing the gaudy, panther the street dancer, boxer to romancer. Somewhere there's an answer on how to maintain and how to get by, navigating that tough terrain. Just listen to the intentions behind the schisms, hypnotic rhythms, poetic talking, ghetto euphemisms. There's useful wisdom in the truth, them to the truth's experience. Just be a student, good pupil, point blank and period. This life is serious, but you can handle it. You're smart enough, the world is rough, but you can manage it, yo. It's in the blood of your palm, so just remain calm. And heat them spirit whispers when the barber blow them clippers. We spend our life trying to get free, but freedom lies in our ancestry. Cause you're enough, there's enough, you're enough, there's enough, there's enough. There's enough, you're enough, yeah, you're enough, you're enough. No, it's rough, but you must learn to trust. It's a fact, just adjust. You're enough, you're enough, yeah, you're enough, you're enough. No, it's rough, but you must learn to trust. It's a fact, just adjust. You're enough, you're enough, yeah, you're enough, you're enough. No, it's rough, but you must learn to trust. It's a fact, just adjust. You're enough, you're enough, yeah, you're enough, you're enough. No, it's rough, but you must learn to trust. It's a fact, just adjust. Hey.
Hi, my name is Mark Ballantyne, and I'm a volunteer activist for the Warehouse Workers for Justice. And how I became a member of the Warehouse Workers for Justice, I used to work for Snyder Logistics in Elwood, Illinois. We used to house Walmart items, all their stuff that they sell in the store. We was in charge of housing that in the distribution for the Midwest. I was a QA manager, which is a quality assurance manager. We ran the day-to-day operations on the docks and just ran the day-to-day operations for the warehouse as a whole. In January of 2019, Snyder called a meeting of all shifts, and they informed us that Walmart would be taking over the warehouse for the day-to-day operations. A lot of us got excited, especially me, because I thought maybe, hey, this is a big chance for me to grow with a company. You know, I'm thinking about benefits, retirement. I'm at that age. I'm 52 years old, and I'm at that age where it's time to get ready to start thinking about retirement. And I was just overexcited. We did the application fill out. We did the drug testing, and we did the letter of acceptance for a job. They gave us raises, promised us that we would still stay at our positions. But in March, they did the background checks that came back, and a lot of us had felonies of 20 years or more. A lot of us was let go. It was about 60 of us here in Illinois, maybe like another 120 in California. Me, myself, my felony was 20 years old. I had another friend, which is my co-worker, whose name is also on this lawsuit against Walmart. His was 34 years. We also had another co-worker who had got in trouble when he was 17 years old as a youth, where he was caught with a gun and possession of crack cocaine in school. Here it is. He's 34 years old now, never been back in trouble or anything, and he was let go also. Then the icing on the cake, we had one coworker who caught a felony back in 1976, and he was let go from Walmart because of that. It was devastating. It was devastating. I went to state's attorney's office. I called civil rights lawyers to see if someone can help me with the lawsuit part of this lawsuit. But that's when I met Warehouse Workers for Justice. One day I was on my way into the facility and I saw a couple of Warehouse Workers for Justice people handing out flyers for a meeting. I went to this meeting and it was like that meeting changed my whole life. The lawyer was there. He was willing to take our case. We all talked about the things that we had left behind, what type of cases we had, and the lawyer took it. And now that we under this lawyer, we have a team of lawyers. And that's the type of things that Warehouse Workers for Justice would do for me, and I know they could do it for other people. We also they also deal with people expunging their backgrounds for free. We deal with all type of discrimination on jobs, just like the job that I'm currently working at, Mars Candy Company in Elwood. They have us working during the coronavirus, but I don't think the facility is safe. We're willing to make moves on it, but everybody has to be in accordance, and right now we're waiting on other people to join us. But those are the type of things that Warehouse Workers of Justice does. I'm so glad to meet them because they changed my life. It's other problems besides my Walmart problem that I've dealt with through Warehouse Workers for Justice. And it's just life-changing. And there's so many problems in this world, and they're on top of mostly all of them because you can never do all of them. But they are there for you. You know, there's a good place, a good organization. I'm so glad that I met them. But just a long story short, we do have lawyers. The case is in front of the EEOC as we speak. We're waiting on movement from that, but we'll stage protests. They helped me stage protests where I have, got in front of Walmart and distributed information to people that's going in buying things to let them know what type of place that Walmart is really running. Do they really care about us, or is it just our dollars? Because you got to understand what this does, not only just for me and my coworkers, but what type of thing that this says to the black community and other communities, not just the black community. Imagine a young man that's on your block that's getting into trouble and he finally goes to juvie or goes to prison, and he comes home and he really wants to get his act together and be a productive member of society. And he's looking at you do it, but then something like this devastating happens. That gives him the idea, okay, why should I get myself together, because they're going to do me the same way. And then the killing part is about these companies like Walmart, Target, Home Depot, is they hire these brothers as felonies and young ladies as felons. But then when they come down to the application fill out, they're telling you because of something you did 10 and 15 years ago, you're not eligible to work for our company, but we are eligible to take a lower wage, no benefits, and unload your trucks. Wow, that's something to think about. But the brighter thing about it, we have a voice today. My job is right now, my biggest thing right now is to get a law passed in the state and hopefully in the nation where we can start having some type of statute of limitation to these felonies, how long far they can go back. When do we say enough is enough? When do we say a person is forgiven? Because my mom always told me, when you do wrong and you admit that you do wrong, but you make good at it, it's forgiven. I didn't say forget, but I said it's forgiven. So when does this go away where I don't have to be haunted and I don't have to go and spend money that I didn't have at the time? Thank God the Warehouse Workers for Justice, I don't have to worry about that. But when do I come up with thousands and thousands of dollars? And when do anybody else come up with thousands and thousands of dollars to have their record expunged or sealed? And then it's a chance that it don't, because you don't have the right representation. So me, myself, this is my fight. Warehouse Workers for Justice. Nothing moves without us. And trust me, it don't move without us. God bless you. God keep you. And good night.
All the friends I've lost, acquaintances so meaningless, Honestly, I've nearly forgot all but a few. As the years go by and I see you from time to time, silently we draw the lines from me to you. But I would die for you. I'd take a bullet and I'd give one too. I've thought about it since the day when you came into my life. As we're growing up and moving on to different stuff, we've always known that life is tough and never fair. But through these veins of mine runs your blood, and you will find that as the world crumbles with time, that will stay true. But I would die for you. I'd take a bullet and I'd give one too. I've thought about it since the day when you came into my life. Yes, I would die for you. Oh, but I hope that I won't have to. I hope we're happy, old and crazy when we both close our eyes. And I could spread myself thin, or I could really dig in, but at the end of my life I hope I do it right. And I would die for you. Oh, I'd take a bullet and I'd give one too. I've thought about it since the day when you came into my life. Yes, I would die for you. Oh, but I hope that I won't have to. I hope we're happy, old and crazy when we both close our eyes. I hope we're happy, old and crazy when we both close our eyes.
The sky looks better through branches. A house wrapped in vines. The sidewalks are cracked, and up through the black come the weeds and the daisies with time. The weeds and the daisies with time. There once were 44 houses. Now there's just 29. She's rotted their beams, and out through the seams come the weeds and the daisies with time. The weeds and the daisies with time. Soon all will be gone, dust filling that hole. Gone on to an island, gone on to an island, lousy with soul. The daisies with time. The weeds and the daisies with time. I can't fight, I can't love. If I can't do it right, I won't do it at all. It's a coward's appeal. But you can't say that I'm wrong. If I sit and stare at you, and the neutral space just fills up the room, I could live this way till we both are dead and gone. More than not. More than not. I think the gods have made a test. They put my mind in the east, but my heart the Midwest, and my hands reach out to some corners still beyond. I'll have to force myself to stay when the people I love are oceans away, and my restless limbs put me aboard another plane. More than not.
fix me up in a red brick hole, and you can suck up my soul to a clean white paper. Poison ivy's got me all in a knot, and I just forgot what my name is. Boys and girls wearing pleated pants, doing separate dances to the same old number, leaving our hopes where they cannot be found, while we wait around for the late bloom. And every moment's another mile. It's so distant, your old smile. And every try is a love well spent. Well, that's just what they say. It'd be so different. My way, 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 my way. Meet me out on the sea of green, and we can talk about things that are far too thoughtful. Take me home where we can be real loud, because there's no one around to respond to. Take me home over winter break, and I will put down my fake and put on a sweater. It'll be over when I clear my head with my back to my bed, crying over all of his letters. And every moment's another mile. It's so distant, your old smile. And every try is a dollar well spent. Well, that's just what they say. It'd be so different. My way, 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 my way. It's just an itch you can't scratch, as it'll get everywhere. You just have to be prepared for a little ache, and it's an itch you can't scratch, as it'll get everywhere. You just have to be prepared for a little ache, and it's an itch you can't scratch, as it'll get everywhere. You just have to be prepared for a little ache, and it's an itch you can't scratch, as it'll get everywhere. You just have to be prepared for some aching. And every moment's another mile. It's so distant, your old smile. And every try is a love well spent. Well, that's just what they say. It'd be so different. My way, 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 my way.
Hi, this is Delilah Legrette from Just Say No to North Point, a group started to help stop a nearly 3,000-acre industrial development in Will County. Will County is currently home to the largest intermodal in North America, and we are so proud to stand with Warehouse Workers for Justice to help take action and hold elected officials and retailers accountable for conditions in these workplaces. The vast majority of workers in Will County earn less than $15 an hour, and Joliet is the second largest number of temp agencies in the United States. It's time for these things to change. It's time for workers, residents, and officials to demand better of these warehouses. We want to thank Warehouse Workers for Justice for teaching us so much about the supply chain, so much about the issues that workers are facing in our very own communities. And we stand in solidarity. Stay well, everyone.
Hello, everybody. I'm Spencer Tweedy.
I'm Sammy Tweedy.
And we're going to sing some songs for you.
army had my father, and my mother was having me. Military madness was killing the country. Solitary sadness crept over me. After the school was over and I moved to the other side, I found another country, but I never lost my pride. Military madness was killing the country. Solitary sadness comes over me. Finally filed. I hope the man discovers what's driving the people wild. Military madness is killing your country. So much sadness between you and me. Oh, that was Military Madness by Graham Nash. Next song we're playing is by Willie Dunn, a Mi'kmaq songwriter who wrote some amazing protest songs about living in America. I pity the country, I pity the state, and the mind of the man who thrives on hate. Small are the lives of cheats and liars, of bigoted news press, fascist town criers. Deception annoys me, deception destroys me. The Bill of Rights froze me, jails they all know me. Frustrated our churchmen, the saving of soul men, the tinker, the tailor, the colonial governor. They pull and they paw me, they're seeking to draw me away from the roundness of life. Silly civil servants, they thrive off my body, their trip is with power, by begging welfare. Police, they arrest me, materialists detest me, pollution, it chokes me, jails, they all know me. Politicians exploit me, city life, it jades me, Hudson Bay fleeces me, hunting laws freak me. Government is bumbling, revolution is rumbling. To be ruled in impunity is tradition, continuity. I pity the country, I pity the state, and the mind of the man who thrives on hate.
And lastly, this is Warning by Rocky Erickson.
The social and ones who slander peace and liberty. They are the brainwashers, the propaganda starters. They try to rob you from the cradle, even though you are unable. They wish they could make you out a replacer. They want there to be a disgracer. The social and political injustices, please leave them be. No artificial nakedness alone. Please find his way home. They want you to be a non-believer. They want to make you a deceiver. They want you for all the wrong reasons. They try to make you out for treason. They want there to be an unknower, not a love bestower. They want there to be paranoia, but they can't succeed when you have faith in you and me, and trust each other, sisters and brothers. Thanks for having us be a part of this. We believe that the struggle for justice for workers is inseparable for the struggle for environmental justice for everyone on our planet. And we can't accomplish what we intend to accomplish without recognizing that they're inseparable.
Thank you.